This is Justin Gemino from DragonBlogger.com, and I'm here with my video review of the uWatch U18 smartwatch. Now, the U18 smartwatch is definitely considered a budget smartwatch that you could pair with your iPhone or your Android phone. You get a little more functionality with the Android phone than you do with your iPhone, but this smartwatch is actually an excellent little watch. It's very flat on the wrist. It has a touchscreen. I did an unboxing of it, but I actually have used it and paired it with my son's iPhone, and my son just loves this watch. He has it as a gift. What he likes about the watch is he can get text messages on his watch. He can make phone calls with the watch when it's paired with his phone, so that way he can actually talk to it on a speakerphone and actually talk to people, get information. He can actually talk to it on his phone. He basically makes phone calls with it, receives phone calls with it. It has a speakerphone built in, which a lot of smartwatches don't have a speakerphone built in. They could do limited functions. Now, it has pedometer. It has all you'd expect in a smartwatch, reading messages, things like that. The one thing about the U18 smartwatch that I will say, compared to higher-end watches, is the touchscreen display is good. It taps. It's a little tiny bit slow to respond, and it's a little latency when it comes to swiping the screens. I mean, if you compare it to a watch that costs 3 times as much, it's going to be a little slower to respond. It's going to have a little latency and be a little sluggish. So I wouldn't say I put this in the category of a $150, $200 smartwatch, but you're getting a watch that gives you pretty good functionality. And I think it's actually ideal if you want to have a, give a watch that's a little more than just a standard watch that tells times for your kids. It doesn't install apps and it doesn't install games like some Android smartwatches, but it certainly gets the job done. Again, I gave this to my 8-year-old son. He takes it to school with him every day. He uses it so that he can keep his phone on silent in his backpack. Yet if I need to get a hold of him or text him in an emergency, he could read that text on a smartwatch while keeping his phone silent in his backpack. He loves it. And the one thing about this watch that this actually has a 2 to 3 day battery life without charging. Even the other watch that I have my other son, which is the Moto 360, that loses its battery in the same day. 8 hours, he needs to charge it again. This one will last a 3-day battery life, which is kind of really nice that it has such a long battery life. This is the uWatch U18 smartwatch. Again, a decent choice for a budget smartwatch. It has its place. It's good for answering calls, reading quick messages. I think it's really good for kids or for younger kids who want a watch that's more functional than just one that tells time. Again, it's a little bit of latency there, so it's not going to give you the power and performance of a $200, $300 smartwatch. So you can't expect this to be like a Samsung Galaxy Gear or a Moto 360, although this can actually do speakerphone, make calls, and allow you to have phone calls through your watch, which the Moto 360 can't, which is an advantage for this one. Plus, it has a really long battery life. Again, uWatch U18 smartwatch, not a bad choice. Thank you for watching.